Young and Restless early spoilers June 2nd to 6th, Jack's breaking point, and Victoria's outburst. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Young and the Restless spoilers for June 2nd to 6th, 2025 see Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, hitting his breaking point, and Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinlei's huge outburst and ultimatum. Young and the Restless spoilers. Nick blames Michael. As we always do on early edition day, we're going to talk about what's happening the rest of this week to get you ready for next week. So, with that in mind, Wednesday, May 28th on YNR, we've got Jack walking up on Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, at the GCAC as Nick is telling Victor that he can trust him. And then he's talking about the stress on his dad of Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, quitting. And, of course, Victor is trying to blame that on the Abbotts. He's trying to blame Michael walking out on the Abbotts because everything is their fault. You know, traffic, global warming, broken shoelace, anything that happens. Young and the Restless spoilers. Victor wants war. Nick tells Jack after Victor walks off mad that his dad is ready for battle, but Jack just doesn't get it. Nobody but Victor wants war. Nick is hoping that his dad's main focus is going to be on Dumas, but we all know it's not. And Jack's also worried about Duma because he reached out to Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, which is troubling. And he tells Nick about that. Meanwhile, Jack and Nick commit to helping Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, if she needs it if Dumas indeed comes after Chancellor. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, tries to get Nick attention with a dinner invitation because she doesn't want him anywhere near Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, S-back, and unlike Billy, she loves the changes that Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, made to the mansion. So, Tracy says she can still feel their father John Abbott, Jerry Douglas, there, and she is Team Diane once again. But Tracy also admits she still can't get past how horrible it was that she was engaged to a psycho like Martin Laurent. Tracy worried that she fell for all of his hoo-ha because she was needy and desperate, but Diane is nicely reassuring her. And Tracy tells Jack and Diane that she's working out her angsty issues on this bad boyfriend by incorporating it into her latest novel. Young and the Restless spoilers. Jai Rodriguez debuts as party planner Pietro. Meanwhile, Jai Rodriguez debuts as party planner Pietro, and he makes some absolutely insane suggestions to Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, about party themes for Nikki's Big Bash. We've got 80s, we've got Bollywood, we just an elephant, just all kinds of crazy. So Claire spends the bulk of that meeting dialing back Pietro's over-the-top ideas on Young and the Restless. Claire just wants something elegant, classy, and timeless for Nikki's party. No wild themes. And then she reminds Kyle Abbott that the party is supposed to convince Victor to support them as a couple. Kyle thinks that's a lost cause, but because he loves Claire he agrees to try. Victoria and Nikki Newman chat about Victor's foul mood ever since Michael quit. And Nikki worries that Victor will double down on breaking up Kyle and Claire. Later, because she's worried about the same thing, Victoria threatens her dad and tells Victor she will not tolerate him interfering with Claire's relationships like he did so many of hers. Victoria drops an ultimatum on her dad and then storms out. Young and the Restless spoilers. Phyllis makes a confession. Later, Victor tells Nikki that Kyle is going to make Claire miserable, and he isn't planning to let up on breaking them up. Victor also has a music box as one of the early birthday gifts for Nikki, and she makes Victor promise to not go after the Abbotts until after her birthday party. Hello, Nikki. Why not ask Victor to not go after the Abbotts at all? Why say wait till after the party? How about just don't do it? I mean, sheesh. Thursday, May 29th, Amanda Sinclair, Miss Hale Morgan, has to make a hard decision. Now, Phyllis talked Amanda into taking her to DC to possibly meet Dumas. Will Amanda have to backtrack on that because he is pushing back? That same day, Phyllis makes a confession to Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei. So, maybe she's telling him before she gets on the plane, or maybe the plane and the whole thing is cancelled. But it looks like Phyllis is going to chat with her son Daniel and tell him about her plan for her and him and Amanda to run Chancellor. And if the meeting gets cancelled, that's not going to stop Phyllis. Come on. Young and the Restless spoilers. Ashley shocks Jack. Plus, Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, gives Jack a shock. They have a conversation on Thursday. She and Tracy seem to be sticking together as they're both working through issues related to Martin. So are they in Genoa City for just a minute and they're back to New York? Or are those two going to head off to Paris? Friday, May 30th, we're going to wrap up this week with Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, digging in her heels. She's not going to give up on getting that meeting she wants. She's going to keep pushing on Amanda. And Dumas is going to rock Genoa City with a strange and cryptic message that should happen at the party because Nikki's birthday bash kicks off this coming Friday. And is going to get out of control, and he's going to be lashing out. Young and the Restless spoilers, June 2nd to 6th, breaking points and ultimatums. June 2nd through the 6th, we've got Daniel continuing to worry about his mom, Phyllis. This week, of course, Daniel hears about Phyllis's latest fixation, which is revenge on Billy and Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, and taking Chancellor from the Newmans, which is really more about revenge on Billy and Sally. Phyllis has just some serious delusions of grandeur going on. Daniel is not going to want any part of this, but the question is, can he dial Phyllis back? Seems doubtful. Then Nicky tries to rein Victor in from alienating Victoria and Claire with his vendetta against Kyle and all things Abbott. Michael continues to be upset, and when Victor does bad things, he may blame himself for not being there to talk him down. Lily is determined to meet the mystery man, and the reveal is upon us. So, who is it? Recast Brooks Prentice? Recast Kane Ashby? Somebody new that nobody cares about? Michael continues to struggle, but Lauren Fenmore, Tracy Bregman, thinks he's well shut of Victor. And in fact, all the Newmans think it is probably best for Michael that he stepped back from Victor. Young and the Restless spoilers. Can Nicky keep Chancellor? They can all see it across the board. Victoria, Nicky, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, Nick. All the kids, Victor is going too far, and has gone too far, and is pushing them to go with him. Will the Newmans unite to deal with the patriarch? And the question is, will Nicky get to keep Chancellor, or is Dumas going to work really hard to grab it? I mean, they grabbed it away from Billy by tricking Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, tricking Lily, pulling all kinds of shady maneuvers. So, if they lose Chancellor, you can't feel too terribly bad for them. And is there any chance that this new guy/repeat guy coming to town would actually put unhinged Phyllis in charge of the company? Spoilers, Claire's disappointed. Victor's not going to back down about Kyle and Claire. Of course, Claire's disappointed that her big party plan went to pot. Nicky knows with Victor so worked up over Michael, he's going to lash out more at Kyle. And so Claire might get a rude awakening that no, her granddad will never stop until he gets his way. And I think we're going to have Victoria telling Claire, we're going to throw down the gauntlet. We're going to push back on him hard. Meanwhile, Sharon tries to pull Nick's attention away from Phyllis. The needier that one ex gets, the more jealous the other one gets. But Sharon isn't going to like how much time Nick is spending with Phyllis. And we'll see what lengths she goes to throw a wrench in the works. The Young and the Restless early spoilers for the week of June 2nd to 6th tease an explosive stretch of drama in Genoa City that will leave fans gasping as longtime rivalries erupt, shocking confessions surface, and the future of several families hangs in the balance. At the center of it all is Jack Abbott, who has finally reached his breaking point after months of trying to hold his family and business together. Jack will make a decision that not only shocks the Abbotts, but also has ripple effects across town. Is mounting stress over Kyle's rebellion, Diane's manipulations, and Victor's constant meddling may finally push him into doing something drastic. Spoilers hint that Jack could lash out in a way that changes his relationships forever. Victoria Newman is also at the edge of her patience as she finds herself backed into a corner once again, with her personal and professional life spiraling out of control. An outburst like only Victoria can deliver will shake Newman Enterprises and leave her family stunned. Early teasers suggest that Jack's world will feel like it's closing in around him as he battles betrayal and growing tension within the Abbott family. Kyle has been pulling further away from his father, aligning with Claire, and even questioning Diane's loyalty, which leaves Jack feeling isolated. Jack is known for his resilience, but the constant betrayals are chipping away at him, and spoilers hint that he may finally explode. Jack's breaking point could involve a major confrontation at Jabot or a Heated showdown with Victor. The tension between the Abbotts and the Newmans has been simmering for weeks, and Jack's latest move could ignite an all-out war. Fans know that when Jack is cornered, he is capable of ruthless moves that he usually avoids, but this time his emotions may override his business sense, leading to shocking fallout. Meanwhile, Victoria finds herself clashing with her family. Yet again, the Newman powerhouse has been under immense stress as Victor continues to pull strings. Nick questions her judgment, and Adam pushes for more power. Spoilers reveal that Victoria will reach her limit and unleash a fiery outburst that rocks Newman Enterprises. Victoria has never been one to back down, but this particular explosion could damage her standing within the company and leave her vulnerable to Victor's wrath. It could also deepen the divide between her and her siblings, who have been struggling to trust her decisions lately. This may even push her closer to Nate again, or toward making a reckless move in both business and love. Elsewhere in Genoa City, other storylines are heating up. Sally Spectra is reportedly growing tired of being caught in the middle of Adam and Nick's rivalry. She wants stability, but the Newman brothers continue to complicate her life. Spoilers suggest that Sally may lay down an ultimatum, forcing Adam to either commit to a real future with her or let her go for good. Her career ambitions could also put her at odds with the Newmans, who see her as a liability instead of an asset. Sharon's world may also take a dark turn as hints of a dangerous situation put her in harm's way. The stranger danger vibes teased in earlier spoilers may circle back, putting Sharon and her loved ones on edge. Billy Abbott is set to stir trouble as he navigates both business battles and his messy personal life. His choices could leave Lily questioning whether he can ever truly commit to stability or whether he thrives on chaos. Nikki Newman will also face a curveball of her own as Victor lays down another one of his grand schemes that tests her loyalty. While she has always stood by his side, Nikki may begin to wonder whether his endless plotting is worth the personal cost. Her marriage could be tested yet again. The week of June 2nd to 6th promises to deliver high-stakes drama, heartbreak, and shocking twists for all the major families in Genoa City. Jack's breaking point could mark the beginning of a dangerous downward spiral or a bold new chapter where he refuses to play by anyone's rules. Victoria's outburst is set to rattle Newman Enterprises like never before, forcing her family to question whether she is truly fit to lead. As secrets unravel and rivalries explode, fans can expect a roller coaster ride of betrayals, confrontations, and emotional bombshells that set the stage for an unforgettable summer. The Young and the Restless continues to build momentum heading into another powerful stretch of episodes, and the latest spoilers after June 6 show the storylines only getting messier, more emotional, and more explosive as Genoa City braces for new betrayals, devastating outbursts, and high-stakes decisions that will ripple across every family. Victor Newman's plans may look like they are under control, but as fans know, every time Victor pushes too far, cracks begin to show in his empire, and this time those cracks could open wide enough to cause a family implosion. Jack Abbott, after reaching his breaking point last week, will now have to face the consequences of his actions, and his decisions are going to make waves that will not only test his family's loyalty, but will also paint a target on his back. Billy Abbott, meanwhile, looks poised to unleash some fury of his own after feeling pushed aside and underestimated, which could push him back into dangerous territory. Victoria Newman's outburst is still echoing as the new week begins, and spoilers tease that her relationship with her father and her siblings will be forever altered after her fiery explosion. Victoria has always fought for her place at Newman Enterprises, but her latest display of anger could cost her dearly. Victor has tolerated many things from his children, but when their actions threaten the legacy of Newman Enterprises, he has never hesitated to strike back. Victoria's outburst could create the opportunity Adam has been waiting for to swoop in and secure more power, leaving Nick torn between loyalty to his sister and frustration with her impulsiveness. Nate may also seize this moment to get closer to Victoria again, reminding her that he supports her when her family doesn't. But fans know Victoria's relationships never stay steady for long, and the fallout from this week will test her both personally and professionally. Over with Jack, his breaking point might have felt cathartic, but now the dust has to settle and the fallout will not be pretty. Jack's emotions have been boiling for weeks, and his decision to finally explode will rattle the Abbotts and draw Victor into the conflict in a bigger way than before. Diane is sure to be shaken by Jack's behavior, and Kyle may use this opportunity to declare his independence even more forcefully from the Abbott Patriarch spoilers move at Jabbo that puts father and son in direct competition while Jack feels betrayed once again. Kyle's growing bond with Claire adds more fuel to the fire since Jack doesn't trust her intentions, and the widening rift in the Abbott family could have long-term consequences. Meanwhile, Sally Spectra is tired of sitting on the sidelines of other people's drama, and she will make her own moves in the coming weeks. Her romantic triangle with Nick and Adam is still unresolved, but Sally may be the one who finally takes control of her story. Spoilers indicate that she will issue a warning to both men, making it clear she won't continue being pulled back and forth forever. Sally's ambitions in the fashion world may also reignite, putting her directly at odds with the Newmans, who see her as a liability. Sally's determination to secure her own identity could mean breaking away from both brothers and establishing herself once and for all, but whether Adam lets her walk away without a fight is another question. Michael Baldwin's latest legal dilemma is also about to take center stage as he balances loyalty to family with the letter of the law. Michael has always been a man torn between his heart and his head, but spoilers say this new situation will stretch him in ways he hasn't been stretched before. Will Michael compromise his ethics once again in the name of love and loyalty, or will he risk losing someone close to him by sticking to the rules? His choices could intersect with Victor's plans in unexpected ways, and Michael may soon realize that no matter what he decides, someone is going to end up angry and betrayed. Elsewhere in Genoa City, Nikki is preparing for her next move as Victor plots his empire's future. Nikki has supported Victor through countless schemes, but she may finally be wondering if there is ever going to be peace. Spoilers hint that Nikki could shock everyone with her next play, whether it's standing up to Victor or trying to protect the family in a way no one sees coming. Nikki has always been resilient, but her curveball move may remind fans that she is more than just Victor's wife. She is a powerhouse in her own right, and she may soon make choices that surprise even him. Billy Abbott is another wild card in the weeks ahead after feeling ignored and pushed out by both his family and his professional allies. Billy is set to unleash his frustrations in ways that could cause serious trouble. Spoilers tease that Billy may fall into old patterns, chasing thrills and revenge instead of stability. Lily could once again question whether Billy is truly capable of change, and if his behavior spirals, it could cost him everything. Billy's tendency to self-destruct when he feels cornered could lead to big consequences for both his personal and professional life, and fans know that when Billy snaps, there's no telling how far he will go. The coming weeks on The Young and the Restless are set to be some of the most explosive of the year, with Jack's breaking point, Victoria's outburst, Billy's fury, and Victor's increasingly ruthless plans all colliding into a storm of betrayals, confrontations, and emotional fallout. Each family is on edge, and each character is being forced into decisions that could reshape their futures. June promises heartbreak, shocking twists, and the kind of high-stakes drama that keeps fans glued to their screens. As the summer heats up, Genoa City is ready to explode, and no one will come out of it unscathed. The Young and the Restless spoilers roll forward after the chaos of Jack's breaking point and Victoria's explosive outburst, with Genoa City now simmering in a cauldron of tension, betrayal, and scheming as the next round of episodes digs even deeper into the rivalries tearing families apart and the secrets threatening to surface. What makes these upcoming installments so gripping is how every move from the major players seems destined to collide, creating ripple effects that could reshape power dynamics across town. Jack may have thought letting loose his frustrations would ease his burden, but in truth his breaking point only sets the stage for more devastation. Spoilers tease that Jack will find himself battling not only Victor, but also the very family members he has been trying so hard to protect. As Kyle pushes further away and Diane tries desperately to mend fences, Jack may feel more isolated than ever, which could lead to more reckless decisions. Meanwhile, Victoria's outburst lingers like a storm cloud over Newman Enterprises. Victor has never tolerated what he considers disloyalty, and Victoria's fiery display of defiance could be interpreted as just that. Adam will no doubt seize the chance to press his advantage, while Nick will try to mediate, though spoilers suggest even Nick's patience with Victoria may be thinning. Nate continues to hover on the edges, ready to comfort Victoria in her lowest moments, but fans know she struggles to trust anyone completely when her back is against the wall. Victoria's career, her family, loyalty, and even her romantic life are all in jeopardy after her emotional explosion, and the fallout may last far beyond this week, setting up a major Newman civil war. Elsewhere, the Abbotts find themselves pulled into an even deeper mess. As Jack's confrontation spirals, Kyle may begin plotting moves of his own, perhaps even considering aligning with someone outside the family to prove his independence's closeness. With Claire is already raising eyebrows, and spoilers hint that this bond could soon lead to a blow-up of epic proportions. Diane will try to be the voice of reason, but Diane herself is under scrutiny, with Jack questioning her every move. Her history of scheming makes it almost impossible for her to earn the trust she craves, and Jack's fragile emotional state makes him more likely to assume the worst. The Abbott family could be heading toward its most destructive period, yet with Jabot hanging in the balance. Over in another corner of Genoa City, Sharon is reportedly about to step into a dangerous situation once again. She has been enjoying a lighter storyline for some time, but the foreshadowing of stranger danger and threats from her past may soon catch up to her. Spoilers suggest that someone with a grudge could target Sharon, putting her loved ones, especially Mariah and Tessa, on high alert. If Sharon is thrust back into a perilous situation, it could reignite her inner strength, but it will also bring a fresh wave of anxiety to her already complicated life. Fans of Sharon know she always finds a way through, but at what cost? Billy Abbott is another character to watch closely in the coming days as his frustration and insecurities continue to build. Billy has always been at risk of falling back into destructive habits when he feels sidelined, and spoilers say he may be teetering on that edge again. Whether it's gambling, reckless business moves, or romantic mistakes, Billy is known for self-sabotage, and this time it could put both his career and his relationship with Lily in jeopardy. Jack's turmoil could also drag Billy into fresh conflict with the family. If Billy sees an opportunity to step up at Jabot, he may take it, even if it means clashing with his brother and further fracturing the Abbotts. At the same time, Sally Spectra is refusing to play by anyone else's rules anymore. Her love triangle with Adam and Nick has worn her thin, and spoilers suggest Sally may soon deliver a clear ultimatum. She is done being caught in the middle and wants real commitment or nothing at all. Sally is also ready to reassert herself in business, which could put her at odds with the Newmans again. Whether she partners with step toward independence, Sally's choices will define her next chapter, and Adam in particular may struggle to accept her breaking free. Victor Newman, of course, looms large over every storyline. His relentless desire for control has sparked wars both inside and outside his family before, and spoilers reveal Victor is about to go berserk once again as plans begin to crumble around him. His children may see his latest maneuvers as a step too far, and allies could start to slip away, but Victor has proven time and again that when his back is against the wall, he only fights harder. The patriarch of the Newman clan is far from finished, and whatever he does next is sure to shake Genoa City to its core. The weeks ahead on The Young and the Restless promise even more betrayals, bold moves, and emotional fireworks. Jack's unraveling Victoria's dangerous position, Billy's risky impulses, Sharon's looming threat, Sally's determination, and Victor's unrelenting grip on power all weave together into a web of high-stakes drama. Every family in Genoa City is on edge, every character is pushed to the limit, and as secrets spill and tempers flare, fans can expect the kind of jaw-dropping twists that keep the show at the top of daytime television. The summer is only heating up, and the fallout from these choices will leave scars that last long after the dust settles. The Young and the Restless spoilers continue to heat up Genoa City as the fallout from Jack Abbott's breaking point and Victoria Newman's explosive outburst escalates into a full-blown maelstrom of emotion, betrayal, and scheming. Fans can expect the week ahead to push every major character to their limits, with relationships strained, alliances tested, and secrets threatening to erupt at any moment. Jack's actions last week may have been cathartic, but now the consequences are catching up to him. Every choice he makes seems to spark another confrontation. Kyle's continued rebellion and Claire's growing influence over him are further isolating Jack, forcing him to reassess both his family dynamics and his business alliances. Jabot is hanging in the balance, and Jack must decide whether to protect his legacy or let emotions drive him into reckless territory. Victoria Newman's outburst at Newman Enterprises is still reverberating throughout the company as Victor scrutinizes her every move and Adam looks for openings to seize power. Victoria's frustration and defiance are a double-edged sword. While she asserts herself, she also risks alienating key allies within the family and the company. Nick finds himself caught in the middle, torn between loyalty to his sister and protecting the family business. Nate continues to offer emotional support, but Victoria's Personal and professional life is in disarray. Fans can expect tense boardroom showdowns, explosive arguments, and moments of vulnerability that highlight how much pressure the Newman family faces from both inside and outside. Meanwhile, other characters in Genoa City are taking action that could change the balance of power entirely. Sally Spectre refuses to remain a pawn in anyone else's game. She is ready to assert her independence both romantically and professionally. Spoilers suggest she may issue ultimatums to both Adam and Nick, forcing them to face the reality of her agency. Sally's determination to reclaim control of her narrative could put her on a collision course with Newman Enterprises, creating new conflicts and forcing previously stable relationships to fracture. Sharon's life is also at stake as hints of danger from her past resurface. Spoilers suggest a threat could put her in jeopardy, forcing her loved ones to act quickly and pushing her into situations that test her courage and resolve. Mariah and Tessa will likely play pivotal roles in protecting her while also navigating their own complex personal challenges. Billy Abbott is once again teetering on the edge as frustrations build and tensions rise in his personal and professional life. Spoilers indicate that Billy's impulses could lead to risky choices that impact his relationships with Lily and his family. The temptation to self-sabotage may collide with opportunities for redemption, creating dramatic tension that fans have long come to expect from Billy's storyline. Jack's recent volatility could also entangle Billy in conflicts at Jabot or within the family, further complicating matters and raising the stakes for all involved. Victor Newman remains the omnipresent force in Genoa City as he maneuvers to maintain control over his empire and his family, while Jack and Victoria struggle. Victor's plans are poised to shift the dynamics of power. He may be forced to act decisively to protect Newman Enterprises or manipulate the situation to his advantage. The patriarch's unrelenting drive ensures that no family member or rival can act without considering his reaction, and this week promises to showcase Victor's tactical brilliance and ruthless strategy as he navigates a city full of unpredictable players. Additionally, Michael Baldwin faces his own challenges this week as legal dilemmas threaten to intersect with family loyalties. Spoilers suggest Michael may be forced to make difficult ethical decisions that could have far-reaching consequences, not only for himself, but also for those he loves. His role as a stabilizing force in Genoa City will be tested against the backdrop of rising tensions, and fans can expect moments of moral conflict that bring drama and intrigue. The combination of Jack's breaking point, Victoria's explosive outburst, Sally's independence, Sharon's looming threat, Billy's impulsiveness, and Victor's ruthless scheming sets the stage for a week of high-stakes drama, emotional confrontations, and unexpected twists. The interwoven storylines promise that no one will escape unscathed and that decisions made this week will resonate for months to come as alliances shift, betrayals come to light, and personal vendettas collide with professional ambitions. Genoa City is bracing for an unforgettable week on The Young and the Restless. The Young and the Restless. Early spoilers continue to ramp up tension in Genoa City as the consequences of Jack Abbott's breaking point and Victoria Newman's explosive outburst reverberate through the Abbotts, Newmans, and extended families. The fallout from last week's drama promises to be far-reaching, pushing long-standing rivalries and personal relationships to the brink. Jack's impulsive decisions have already strained his alliances at Jabot and created deep fissures with Diane and Kyle. The ongoing friction between father and son is reaching a boiling point, with Kyle increasingly aligning with Claire. Fans can expect heated confrontations and emotional scenes that may redefine the Abbott family hierarchy as Jack struggles to regain control of both his family and his business. Meanwhile, Victoria Newman's fiery temperament continues to dominate Newman Enterprises as she faces intense scrutiny from her father Victor, brother Adam, and other executives. The consequences of her outburst could have significant ramifications for the company as Adam looks for any opportunity to exploit her vulnerability, while Nick attempts to mediate. Victoria's struggle to maintain authority under immense personal and professional stress sets the stage for tense boardroom battles and explosive family confrontations. These events will not only test her resilience, but also highlight her capacity for leadership under Genoa City. Sharon faces threats that could place her life and the lives of her loved ones in jeopardy. Spoilers suggest that someone from her past may resurface, triggering a cascade of danger that requires immediate action from her friends and family. Mariah and Tessa may be drawn into these high-stakes scenarios as they attempt to protect Sharon, which could force them to confront personal challenges and difficult decisions in the process. Meanwhile, Sally Spectra is asserting her independence and making bold moves both in her personal life and professional career. She is determined to step out from the shadows of Adam and Nick and claim her agency, potentially leading to confrontations with Newman Enterprises as she demands respect and control over her choices. Billy Abbott's storyline also escalates this week as his frustrations mount and past patterns of impulsivity threaten to resurface. Spoilers suggest that Billy may take risky actions that could damage relationships with Lily and other family members, complicating the Abbott family dynamic further. The juxtaposition of Jack's and Billy's volatile behavior promises dramatic sequences in both personal and business arenas that could have long-lasting consequences. Victor Newman's presence remains a dominant force as he maneuvers strategically to maintain control over his empire, while simultaneously managing the fallout from Victoria's actions. His tactical decisions, both manipulative and protective, will play a crucial role in shaping the power dynamics among the Newmans and their allies. Victor's influence ensures that no move by the younger generation goes unchecked, heightening the tension and suspense for viewers. Additionally, Michael Baldwin finds himself navigating complex ethical and legal dilemmas that intersect with the chaos surrounding the Newman and Abbott families. Spoilers suggest Michael may be forced to make morally challenging decisions with high stakes, highlighting his internal conflict between loyalty, justice, and personal relationships. The potential consequences of his choices could reverberate across multiple storylines, adding layers of intrigue to an already tension-filled week. The combined pressures of Jack's breaking point, Victoria's explosive behavior, Sally's determination, Sharon's emerging threat, Billy's recklessness, and Victor's scheming create a highly charged atmosphere in Genoa City. Every character is poised for dramatic developments as alliances shift, secrets surface, and personal vendettas intertwine with professional ambitions. The week promises emotional confrontations, shocking twists, and consequential decisions that will resonate across the city for months to come, leaving fans eagerly anticipating what comes next in this ever-unfolding saga. The Young and the Restless spoilers continue to intensify as Genoa City braces for the cascading effects of Jack Abbott's breaking point and Victoria Newman's dramatic outburst. The city is on edge as every decision made by the Abbott and Newman families has the potential to ignite new conflicts or deepen existing tensions. Jack's impulsive actions are already creating ripples that affect both his family and his professional world. Kyle's alignment with Claire has not only angered Jack, but also open the door for Diane to question her own influence and loyalty within the Abbott family. Spoilers hint that Jack may take further drastic steps at Jabot, potentially sparking confrontations that could permanently alter the family business and reshape alliances. Victoria Newman's confrontation at Newman Enterprises continues to reverberate with long-term implications for both her personal relationships and professional authority. Her explosive outburst has placed her at odds with Adam, who sees the opportunity to consolidate power, and Nick, who is torn between familial loyalty and the practical needs of the company. Victoria's struggle to assert control while maintaining her dignity provides the perfect storm for a series of boardroom battles, emotional confrontations, and family-wide fallout. Viewers can expect tense exchanges, dramatic reversals, and strategic maneuvers that underscore the high-stakes nature of Newman Enterprises. Meanwhile, other key players in Genoa City are making pivotal moves that could further complicate the landscape. Sharon faces a looming threat from a figure in her past, potentially endangering her and those she loves. Mariah and Tessa may become central to the unfolding danger as they attempt to protect Sharon while also navigating their own complicated lives and emotional challenges. The tension surrounding Sharon adds layers of suspense and uncertainty, further heightening the stakes for viewers. Sally Spectra continues to carve her own path. She is determined to break free from the influence of Adam and Nick, demanding autonomy over her career and personal decisions. Spoilers suggest Sally's bold choices could lead to confrontations with Newman Enterprises, adding a new layer of intrigue and tension to the week's storylines. Billy Abbott's storyline escalates as he teeters between frustration and impulsivity. His past patterns of reckless decision-making could return, potentially straining his relationship with Lily and creating new complications within the Abbott family. The juxtaposition of Jack's and Billy's volatility sets the stage for high-stakes drama in both familial and professional spheres, ensuring that the audience is kept on edge with every new development. Victor Newman continues to exert his formidable influence, orchestrating moves to maintain control over his empire while monitoring the fallout from Victoria's behavior. His strategic interventions, whether protective or manipulative, ensure that every character's decision carries consequences, intensifying the tension and drama across Genoa City. Additionally, Michael Baldwin faces ethically and legally complex situations that intersect with the ongoing Abbott and Newman conflicts. Spoilers suggests Michael may need to make decisions that test his principles, loyalty, and personal relationships, further adding to the week's suspense and emotional weight. As the week unfolds, the combined pressures of Jack's breaking point, Victoria's explosive outburst, Sally's independence, Sharon's emerging threats, Billy's impulsiveness, and Victor's calculated scheming create a multi-layered, high-stakes narrative. Every choice made by these characters has the potential to escalate conflicts, reveal hidden agendas, and reshape relationships. The dramatic interplay between family, business, and romance ensures that fans will be captivated by emotional confrontations, shocking twists, and consequential decisions that will reverberate across Genoa City long after the week concludes.